Hello and welcome to the New York Sports Show. I'm your host, Dominic Konoweski, and this is going to be a subway trade proposal between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets, trading one player straight up for the other. And in this scenario, it's going to be Trent Grisham of the Yankees potentially going to Citi Field, as Brett Baty of the Mets could potentially be heading to the Bronx if this trade unfolds in real life. Now, before I get into the depths of this trade, I'm just going to go over both players' stats very quickly. They are both in the midst of what is a career season, respectively, for both of them, which is very awesome to see. Both teams have benefited from these career highs thus far, but I do think it also makes them very valuable trade candidates. Now, the Yankees and Mets are both buyers at the trade deadline, and there's very few teams that are sellers. So, with that said, starting off with Trent Grisham of the Yankees, in 82 games played, he has played to a positive 2.8 WAR and has tied his career high home run mark with 17 homers on the season. Other career highs feature a present 255 batting average and 834 OPS. Meanwhile, Brett Baty has a positive 1.7 WAR, a 236 batting average, and a 711 OPS. All three of those are currently on pace for career highs, and his 31 RBIs are just three short from tying his career high of RBIs of 34. Now, both Baty and Grisham have a very similar sample size. Grisham in 82 games played. Baty has appeared in 78 games played for the New York Mets. But what really would separate this trade and what is overall, I guess you could say, an even trade, I do think it's a little bit more biased for the New York Yankees, who would benefit more in the long term with this trade if it was to go down. Now, starting off once again with Trent Grisham, he would add outfield depth to the New York Mets and add a left-handed hitter to their lineup, but he's only under control till the end of 2025, so he is set to hit the free agent market, and I personally don't think the Yankees do plan on re-signing him, and I think if the Mets were to trade for Trent Grisham, he would be a true rental player. I don't see him being on the Mets in 2026 if this trade was to occur. And also for the Yankees, by eliminating Trent Grisham from the equation with this trade, that opens up a fourth outfielder depth spot in the majors for Spencer Jones to potentially make his debut in the major leagues later on this season or even at the beginning of 2026, as he's tearing things up right now at the AAA level. And then you have Brett Baty, who would be going to the New York Yankees under control for several years. He's not set to hit the free agent market till 2030. He has just above a year of major league service time. So the Yankees would be getting an everyday third baseman that, in a way, they could still develop. I mean, Baty is still a fairly young player, and I do think there is still a little bit more room for him to develop. Now, obviously, a career high season, what I'm looking at is his batting average, a 236 batting average. That would be a major improvement if he's able to bump that up to, let's say, 245, 250, like on how Trent Grisham has played for the majority of this season. Getting an everyday third baseman that could hit around the 250 mark, and what I would consider an above average, slightly above average third baseman in Brett Baty. I know he still makes some blunders here and there, but I do think he's above average in most categories, especially in reaction time. I think that would do the Yankees wonders. So comment down below what you guys think. Like I said, a little bit more lopsided in the Yankees' favor, but nonetheless, I do think both teams could benefit tremendously. At least the New York Mets, you could say, in their favor tremendously for the rest of 2025, and then the Yankees would be more of a long-term benefit with the potential Spencer Jones promotion and Baty being under control till 2030. I'm Dominic Konoweski. Take it easy, folks.